the bano be the kono. Me de nanka me say oh dear wo tradition. And Kabe no protect wo dear. But unfortunately I na meaning near na baby no mutimu I na they feel say for whatever the reason is they are justified to denounce their own tradition, whatever the reason is. Oh, per reason, tia nyesa okasa mami hu bi okra obinya. Sebe o papa do be wi ase kra se o per reason na enye se okasa ne hu bi okra obinya. Ha, but nyamenya nsa emu no sebe na mami foforo e no do fa mami we so. Unim nyansa. Whatever the situation may be, oyo mami me feel like a political party there, that's what the conviction should be. Any sen yes and kanema kobat sen yenye hu nyasa andete wono ma omufi MPP tradition nase na ankasa no obeka ya amafo kra de ko Fati Confederacy time na by UGCC time 47 ho baby penimfo a in fact penny no da UGCC anopa grant a na enyo no nkwa nkrofo aka keka ho a omunyina bo a yekeka bo mu a obeka ya the big 6 time no nanka mu ya big 5 and omu appointed Dr. Nkrumah Sabere no wa ma no ni beka ho a the big 6. I use the word appointment here because omu anto aba no mu yi no secretary into mu appointed no secretary. In fact omu ma no tax say ono na omwaboa edom ni nyina no unza about 1 year to be as an independence so na man for nkai so time no mu ba be 51 elections year to be 51 year to be 54 year to be 56 and sakrana independence eba 57 but no na parliamentary kwa legislative assembly kwa election na yet because that presidential and na UK for the so na British for the so there were elections elected Ghanaians to the legislative assembly and America say na 51 or 54 or 56 or and sakrana independence neighbor ye kwako to ye for proper elections enti Sabre na people organize themselves for political party purposes. Me fa Dr. Nkrumah number 1 because parties no na de enka ho as at the 51 election. In fact 51 election no ye after breaking away no timiko obi. Enya sa nanka UGC nanka o ka ho nanka e ba beko. And so eventually Nkrumah breaking away timi ba sa 51 elections e benya a very good number of votes, parliamentary votes, about 71 votes or so. Oh yeah, about the same with me successful. Appointment na empenifo num no de man no. Or the jumana to the extent say do baby will break away no. Na ono ne ho akoya kono even more than those who appointed him. Asemka chairman Bernard Jubosi akuna appointed was a morning host. Yeah. Meaning the process by assuming he is the one that appointed you as the morning host. Utimi ye wa jumane diligently. Se breso se bia esa ofa kwan na chama Bernard Nchupo esa so efa kwan o chama na ono appointed wo no naturally na nke se owo edom sen wo yeah but kwan abefa so abaye wo juma ebetimi ama wo wonya do cramp edo ediwachi. First lesson in women's human rights 2024 no. The question is say obehia atemde DNA kasentwi bi na dia ye na mum not yourself one kasa ho unradiate any natural lava. Number 1, it means you didn't administer your appointment well. One administer your appointment in year obi anya positions ni be whatever the positions you got so we administer in year and Nkwa should be able to draw MPP people to you naturally. Me bubodi keke because they are the ones we know. From press secretary, me coming here Penny agyapong, from press secretary to general secretary to appointments are coming kumanya general secretary biana minya agyapong so nya bi some time ago. How did you administer it to the people? And Nkwa naturally betimi atredo amount. We are Greek minister per national security minister per wave minister per me come here minya Penny Brian the champion doctor. That appointment, you know, how did you administer it? And Nkwa should be able to pull some love of the people for you. Me wofa Kenya Japan there, first administrative positions as I said PKB. But in terms of boards or survey, any businesses are 1 year. If that one went well with the people, na maka human relations ni sa na mani nyina we ni ya it pulls some natural crowd towards you dada unkasa mere me of say we duchum education minister, how did you reach out to the people with that appointment you were given? And I'm saying this thing carefully because Dr. Nkrumah was one person.
Yeah.
Sa period of the year Juma from 47 to 4 years of the year Juma no. E mane koba say empomumu tete ye no. Still
many
pedinechi. Or he went down. When your appointments are ma crying, calm down. Nobody knows tomorrow. We be answered ne moye aspirants ya mo pe position yi. Akase senka mo kra mudin the every constituency dada. Agrek in small ministry, national security in small ministry, the work day ground. Education is a nyankra ejuma, the work day ground. Vice president ejuma nyankra nko ejuma, the work day ground. Enti munina per the appointments you had one way or the other no. Nanka said no pulling natural love towards you. And here number one lesson from Nkrumah, listen you did an appointment. Now lesson from the big five. Nkrumah te omhono. Say anka say Nkrumah te ne hono yenipa baako. Omu jai no. Nanka nipa num no re-strategize, organize. Let's do what we didn't do at Ejama and Nkrumah no. After all, there was time. And so eventually the strategy over there was that yes, let's target Nkrumah, let's bring him down, let's prove to him that let's every day they were targeted Nkrumah. And the more you target somebody like that, the more you make him popular. So kasana sebi Nkrumah di memua untinase untimin kasa this oka bibi twino and no you say this oka bibi. And by that time, you'll be looking for Nkrumah's negatives. Now you say on Ukraine, my you say in a party Ukraine, can you now popularizing more. When one breaks away, or in the back, I made me propose and say, Moma one ninko, preserve the many. After all, 5 were to remain. Yeah. Name pomu prepare befaso amumu be mobilizing na travel for crab abeka. The lesson is that say movement for change kwa. Learn to forget, learn to let it go. So be a refrain. Yami sheda boka nipa ho. Now the day be abekasa na abeka UP, abeka movement for change akai there and there. Now say we are not ready to move forward as a political party. Sa na sebe so also kwa koton ho. Now they just wakasa just wabo obi din somebody you feel to be the one you must bring down before you will win. And also so menye good identity. Let's learn to focus. MPP phone focus it, aspirants moon focus it. Uko kan Nkrumah, uko go Nkrumah ni ma se jaji udin ahwa. The baby ase na Nkrumah na ekono. Ni ato abana Nkrumah di kan 71. Na mu amaka moto ato aso. Results omunya nyina ho, we can call them out now. It 2 lessons I made them before say post independent and they are still relevant in the party system and as a Ghana political system. Those 2 systems. Now after independence, sa UP issue here by party secretary kam hu bom ni ade no. Adesrade ba ko a meminya free hopa sacrifice and inclusivity. Inclusivity nature say obia bemubi. Obia bemubi. Obia na bemubi no. I think APC. Yeah. Na ewoho I think the Dr. Buzia party na afi wabenya National Liberation Movement Chamepeni Sakoto party na wabenya Northern People's Party SD Dombos party na afi Anglo Mr. Anto asawa ni diba ku ni FD Anto party asheshe sa na deba. And then the unity conversation started. We say sacrifice na ye kano. It is in the history and in the blood of Momu Yupino. And it should be relevant now. First sacrifice. Ochami Penny Bafwa Kuto. Ochami Penny Bafwa Kuto sacrificed the leadership. Amani Boom, friend saying Professor Buzia. Any that part merged first. At that time, Professor Buzia value a 1 seat, MP seat, 1. And so National Sakoto's party, National Liberation Movement, National Liberation Movement had 12 seats. Sabina championing Bafa Kutonya and seminar anka ne mudru ne na yi no nka national in character ultimately mampani.
Yeah.
And so he sacrificed 12 votes, gave leadership to Dr. Buzia. Oshe UP ne cross formation Dombo side and so I no the over 15 seats and a buyer sacrificed all those ones for Dr. Buzia, Professor Buzia. Enti anka yeka nia ode dompa na eba nti nka yen hwehwe leadership man ne sacrifice ne ade a party ni mu ana say history ni mu bi enu man wa blessing champion Bafo Akoto enyeza especially when Nkrumah became president. You know some of the stories around Adini Bra Ahimfie Chami Penny Pa he went through all those things because something he could have led. He gave out the sacrifice. He sacrificed the position for someone else. And Bra Abia, the target that would have gone to Professor Buzia, being a leader. Or no leader, obey easy targets. You see, I can say, Senka, you can't. And can you be free so na form so usually officer na ko na say mu target form for ne usually easy targets for no na target answer. And that is one thing we must Ewomu Dombo in the 15 seats. Still they gave off the leadership position to Professor Buzia. Ni nyina ye sacrifice. In fact nipa ba kwa na ni so sacrifice pa eye Chami Penny Bafo Akoto. Meka and then they made my clue keke. Udu Ashtown house number I think 290. Dombo's last wife, youngest wife as at that time. There.
You feel?
Yes. Ashtown here. Dombo ma ankrofoni momono. Bibri. And I know some of them because I saw from Peninfua, and according to history, part of the Aseda arrangement and Champany Bafo Akoto like any son of Brosua to the extent say, or you said yesterday, the warrior wafasi yana bibi sa all in the history, gratitude niade. And people think the sacrifices is in the value of money. How much money you give is the sacrifice at the a wrong assumption.
Very failed one.
Oh, failed. Me pacho sika esa flag wo pozo. Sika esa flag. The value no biya ne die. Unya sika de tordan ma party, unya sika de rented the first office ma party, unya sika de unya ani obi nso anya sika no okokross river water. Ono no ko try nso we ko ho ono ye we ko ha party the unit of the party ankasa no party mpanifo bi ono mu na kwensi hoda okokodu wase kropona fo se wakwa Menfi Easter unkwa Menfi East unkwa Menfi unu be bia akwasa also ukokumasi no wakodu oforukro nye kumasi no ane edum krado edum na unu kumasi. Just we do pampas on now no kumasi. People are somewhere almost sacrificing. Okay, can the value ni bomua ebian kesene amount of money biya o feel say why pankwa ebi no mu fa hu sa de ya kan ma sacrifice and ye we win so sacrifice ben nesene dia
in the name of the party.
In the name of the party ntino okoye na wama and also be kan say how much value and na beto sa ni pankwa na ekono so in the past na sacrifices ni nyesika unfortunately na sacrifice na be sika party ni wakonya so betimi asamba back to their senses and value obia ne ne aoye e dia boa party no na nyese ye de premium ana say emudro kese beto sika so and I think na inclusivity ni so unfortunately unity kakra the senses here them say conform kakra we free ano unfortunately in fact party na ya masisi no baby on man can say party ni general na so pa ne and so the party that form say team how come anglo youth association party no ebe join UP na omude that section of Volta region ebaye nenne NPP pene ho asene wo Volta region a ohun baby ogina wo Volta region how utimi say yi mu no fi ase no then they felt like then they don't belong here. And yes anka there are some 6 constituencies bu upper west anka in this intimi file candidate kra anka ayiho abaifa kabo Laura anka Sesala East West Lambusie Kani Dafiama Busie tiche munti Dafiama wahana Lambusie nso ewa say wa east wa west. Those were areas are now the lordship of SD Dombo no it stretches all over and he was extremely revered. 15 of the seats, now 6 of them comes from these 6 areas we are talking about. And in those times, nobody even contested. And so, telling the sacrifice story inclusivity no chichimwa mekwese wane we here na wane we skeni na wane say na fe jade the background na nipa de bad nipa dom na nipa de bad na ya to actually baby na say eno anu nti sincerely speaking those lessons must be learnt. We finance akofa yenchi sacrifice is not money. Inclusivity was the key in the past and put value on inclusivity. Na fe mu say sacrifice no bia yebi polling station ni oto hon mu asabe wo nim ni polling station hono ono so no ye adwuma no dan ho. That is also at that time by a no the lessons we can learn from the Second Republic and the Third Republic. The Second Republic was successful because the party won, and then both the ceremonial president and the prime minister and Progress Party. And yes, Progress Party PP. After PFP in Swa, that was the Third Republic, and also a failure. It failed, number one, because of Nchichemu Pawele Victor Usu. Sanchichemu no ena elidi 20. What it means is that ene Sanchichemu no esaba. It is eventual fail. In fact, 2024 Nchichemu ne baye. Eba time wana fe party na see election year mudada. Reconciliation definitely will take time, and media kakra mi hu ene me hwehwe mu ameye ene me hu se reconciliation na enwie mu die to the time ane yet to abana enti nkrofo bibiri anto aba because they were still peeved ebufuo and number 2 amanfo to are losing bonus. People were actually working against the party. That is for sure. In fact,
party people working against their own party.
Usually the contest after internal election. I had against MPP and NDC. And MPP. And in America, NDC definitely will have to work against MPP. Why not? And it was expected say MPP so will work against the numbers of the NDC. And so when you have NDC working against the numbers of the MPP, but MPP is not working against the number, and it's even working against MPP members, eventually Nebesiane Niaisi. And in fact, many in Sabono region, but as part of Mehishe Muno, we call Bono Babia na Osha. As a parliamentary candidates, they were more ahead than the presidential candidates. Some of them not gap near too suspicious and they have be koso. So I found out from somebody I don't know you're willing to talk. And I say, hey, Prof, sincerely, Ukraine, dear, I'm so na me obi in country, but no crepe, what say, yeah, showdown for, let me be blunt with it. Yeah, showdown for. It is a pass presidential and I just a catch about me no any campaign with her. And I'm saying it because it happened. It me now I was not surprised that Bono all of a sudden it's like a much. And when you are marketing out, if you say me Bono ni na me to about Bono no about be jina me nim say parliamentary in the mentoma Razak on the presidential and the ma muntuma ye nipa no ana me de minim nia muntuma no presidential na NDC ni so be jina ka say presidential no muntuma parliamentary muntuma ST ye nipa nie o konso a ne papa oni ne ekonie o ma pani John Dramani ma mu remfi no muntuma na ni mi ni nyina nko na ba ko say muntuma we na we de mu pa muntuma pa munya ya me ye bunu ni na me to aba fa say meto ne sen parliamentary nko they say the parliamentary nko akwa say wunya hwe o ko na papa ka ho ana sabe yes ade agbenya bi di abre yen wa enti some of those things directly or indirectly no should be looked at say amwa pa wili ne Victor Owusumu time wa emwa ene 2024 and now 2028 enti some of the lessons that party na so suya wo the Third Republic, Second Republic, they was successful maybe because of the unity has been intensified. It's a Third Republic, especially lesson be on more as a part in the Shia. Yes, anti-chimu, they are unnecessary. No, we are here, Pawili, where we are here, Victor, so, Koma, Professor Hilary Liman, and the far Hokoye. In fact, first one, the crowd here, Nanka 29.9% for Victor Owusu. 30.8 so 30.8 at 38% for Hilary Liman into Munina Rini. If we are saying no Munina, the Akakoka Hilary Liman, Hilary Liman got 62%. Chiche Munti probably didn't know where he belonged. Sense of Victor Usunsun and now no the reconciliation skills near the whatever it is division. And the one thing I mean mum dear me fake a crowd one year cause one say early flag bearer elections no. Match as in penny for Casano, a beco from Nafi, but I see when you soon in India one to freeze out to it is the best decision the party has ever taken. The best decision. In fact, Minya Kranka, the constitutional amendment time at and yes, the constitution, even though still constitutionally it is okay because of the 2 Minama National Council, say Umuno determine the date for no. So and especially when the party is in opposition, when the party is in government, they say you have to wait for a while. But this one, so free decision council, this is for me the first time they've utilized it in quotes strategically. In the first place, yes, democratic adi intermediate will be our dissent view over something. I have a mini problem, but dissenting no I can't say decision ni beteki. It take a decision ni we dia or hineba. Ane senka party ya unkwa o dia anka ne abeka ne bemu. Na nya unkwa dia na dom ewum no bia nso ni na adwene ni ato aba na bia won mo mufo se party ni nya in term January 31st no akodo so asen wo wadwene and the people like you are no mufo se meme nya ni sa. Once the decision comes and the majority says 31st so unfortunate say okwabrane obentin be pia ba bontin abeka say what the decision take was nonsense and then and they try who some of those people are in to contest for national positions and all those things. Yes, menkase obi mfa obi born in kodi obiachi, but sometimes wo akoma ne adwene ne akoma no onipadua ba akoma mu ba udi akoma cha akoma no rashe afi obi akoma no se oja ho wa rashe one take a very thought through decision. And that for me is something that the party must look at. Now inclusivity mundi pimu by way of okasa ni adeno amanfo tie se be ote ba obi nso unimbebu obi nso te be and na ye say no unwie ma me kanjem say me nam ka so ye say but see ade onye sa o ye important to ye say come and do this, come and do that. Mo yes bema reconciliation is difficult, even though for now party ni benya more time to reconcile, but be oye party ni ba papa pia no de sebe ni ekoso entity mu anase enyina come and free ade, but the more they still talk no vote. Oh, can I say if it becomes B and you say you won't vote, you think if it becomes A, B there will vote. It's unnecessary. It doesn't win vote, it doesn't add, it doesn't subtract. Now mean fast for say in internal elections there were messages that must go. Nyadebeka who be there but answer na beka say we necessary nema miensa we waboso. Mo kasa no se mo moso a munti na mo moso internal election. In an external election we pese obekum dwafo de adidwa until you may want to bring the other opponent down crowd be no fi. By an internal election you kum dwafo ni dwa. In internal election you nyi obi fi e fa nche yen ho ate. Number 1 na esa wo kanema miensa ni mu baako eye niema ekoso NDC amemu mu a o feel say enye we aspirant na ko gina party for enim na wa nka bia bad until politics ase because adnia wo ye ni nyina wo wi a o de ko face NDC until right from the word go let the people know that you understand government amemu na ekoso we need the echire bi o pe kra betimi aboba ko mienu bi so ye na afi wa ko more of nia enye ba mempo de ne yempo de enye MPP for na ese ka because NDC ni bia obenya 1 minute of your time and not 10 minutes na de be ka de ba ko enye wo wa ba ho na se so ground in politics.
It does appears some aspirants are whitewashing the NDC and then approach. Making us look that bad. Say 8 years ni ebedi ene de
wrong approach.
And then is a Ghana for anything come the maye ko
wrong approach. Em so mu nyina say General Secretary Justin Kodia any MPP for Patriotic Institute no matter say mu nyina mu kopi
omuko school ni bi
NDC Forte Democracy Institute as a bibisa it has helped. And to me, if there's one thing I'm way me de be kai General Secretary JFK Justin Kodia Frempong and ne ochina chini forever it will be sir
the party school
na yeso pe bibi de sie bibinia fashe bukum akoye institute no people will not understand but na minyan hu mu content ni ade but I think it is a place to orient the minds of the people a place to orient the minds of the people and to be interested in it minimum timelines ni ade but when it comes people should be interested. In fact they do baby a JFK say Umama Institute na mission they wa fa to we can force the knowledge into their minds now to help. No bien who say in an internal election you don't speak without exposing some of the challenges in the ruling government when you are in opposition. And as so wa be mu to say ke bianka 2023 contest na omukoye no a enye ho na akwakoka ne mabone a wo wa ba mu a wa bra wa ba da so tie kunya so. Where did they learn their politics from? And I'm going to share politics be like buga na we are the name one. No. In 2023 when you were in government, what could your delegates and impromo votes? Na ukwa kire wa bemu. Eniema enye wom. Yes, ubewie no na wa say wo next aspirant na de. But one manipa na obetina when in delegates one fa gidie bia mpo ankofie. One fa rehemu bia wa mehye ni nkran. Wa be kire ni so no anaban na otim no kura no emo number. Enti CCA nso no so ukasa na wa nkahwe amfa NDC ene na mamu ho a. Eno so na say you are making it look like everything is fine.
All right.
Everything is fine. So there na flag bearership race na mukora first of all so bia put in so. Do you get it? When the war
because if they are doing well, why do you contest them?
Yeah, you know what I mean. And you know, sincerely speaking, I mean kase se bi o chenchena NDC hwi ni hu akora kopa bibi fa be ni hu fi. But what your man
this way 10 months here.
What your man mu nko adia.
Really won ho pa.
Ubenya 1 or 2 biaka. Ubenya biaka. What anya binka? Ufo sese NDC ni betina radio so sisie ya onya sempepe bia nka mfa na ban ho ana bone no anyo ne so ka enti na meme ka papa ma no because meme ti NDC ni ti radio so na wo na wo ba be kire ne ma bone e we NDC ma wo so kra o ni politics I also kra o so ko Democracy Institute ni bi kusu ade because ene ma papa ho na bone wo ni ama 10 minutes
but the aspirants placement school placement insecurity anwada nansane garu National Health Insurance Office nipa tu na bomutu
was pathetic
ya bo ohini tu and a head teacher ya bomutu na nkwala omu dwane no ya tututuo pepepe be 10 at the hospital also person be mampani unri onka ho asem and NDC sitting MP I can say the party near Banhose Ompe school money ba wenya was show evidence to him so we could 30,000 and the school ni bi obazo ye mampani onka ho asem enne atata nkofu okrumu anom no you think it is well, it is okay, no, you don't have any issue with it now what by na etwamu no in any case dear enye kwampo a wo ka no ebe me akwa akofa ye president na za besi akonyo se ene enyo mahama ko
anybody problem no abanye yi nipa ya employ me genuinely
uba wo so baba adwuma adwuma fo ho ne yi bia di onka ho asem hawo
abanye wo yi nipa adi hawo wo yi nipa adi ebu mu gina court ene a mo ne Ghana abanye currently atwe o si 9 months no mfumso bi enim nti ultimate criticize
prof
anti me I think so first conversation person the delegates ebo ene saade no wo bewie no na watwe amanfo na dwene abesi so say oh enye saa there are challenges going on in this government now kra wo kan na amanfo so ma wo oh sir ane what does it to be careful not to offend anybody. Se me fancy at studio hey. Se me mpese me na betia obi na so and I mefum obi studio ha. At before the delegates, only delegates net them on some 200 or 300 or mugu room hono. O feel say, and I'm asking this question rhetorically, one more in Muniano. Meted sada we muna MPP delegates be 500,000 egu dem anam no mukasa. O feel say metia obi na so na se mintia obi na so if meka President Mahama na mamu ho asembonea metia obi na so na mintia obi na so as compared to say meka aspirants ni mu ba ko ho asembonea enti dem na
you will definitely lose a vote
dem na ugina na oni omu kasa na nkasa no opa afa kwabna agyapong na kasa wo horo no sebi owo obi don wo dem ho so we no na rather no what say wa party when me and say mu kra 100% cry ube trabe 20% be egu and 30% be egu if you talk about kwabna agyapong for say we do chum na for say wa be share delegates ono na wo ba be horo no ube wie no fan say wa say twa another 10% nso egu na fi wa fa no so Brian doctor o si Brian na aba be horo no o be kan ho asem eno yesi no anye sei another 10% wo twa egu now wafa Ken o si ono so ba be horo no eno yesi was a twa another 30% egu we wie no now we secure wo de e be at 30% but we just 70% going home with what confuse one na paper then person can or yeah then and then why you imagine the surest bet na make can say ade a obeye wo dem ho no mu a ebeka party 100% ni nyina bom ni say obeka NDC amamu ni the other party no and in the ekoso and that one there you know say they are all united on it. So choose between fanasa even if maka Dr. Baumia ho asem ahafo nyina ye bia kwabna agyapong nkrofo na emum 10% bimpo pe ene wo Dr. Baumia wa ha enti I don't care about them me did Baumia them 10% in crop befukura no I say sa 10% no lose for in the general elections so be president now we between 50 plus 1 enti you have a choice between Obeka Sawi no aka party abom anasa Obeka Sawi no what chem dibia kugu left dibia kugu right I thought it was going to be wise say at their level presidential aspirants they will choose to unite the party with the best message to unite the party is to talk about number one and name ekoso government in power nimua enye that one all of them eno by adwene since obefa omumu baako definitely odofo bi o dem hono mu a you would lose that person. Not only lose that person, say Kotoba on to Mount, but will lose as a party member if you ever win an election. Yeah, let wisdom prevail. Let wisdom prevail. Mama, more elevated conversation. No.
Is that they think what the delegates want?
Enti me come here and say we are na fi ma delegates so say delegates are mo so muti dem ho no mo a mo tie mpanifo no se pani bi ba no jai sa niema miensa potin ya ese obi aka say jai to nchen na mo man 30 minutes and 40 minutes no kasa no de na medum ni adan esrim mahama na say de nam sa abasa sa no be wie no tenasia monso so na say mo chen say mo say me kan me kama both delegates and adi me ka say aspirants in kase no na say delegates so say so tie we
yeah
say nye no so na ye delegate bi na de atemdidi no fire no na e ma wani gia won so kra no nye party ni papa emu chicha wo pe forgetting say do akronye kwa bia ni honme mu cheche ya owini abada pa wili ni Victor mu cheche ya ewini aba oye de ewini aba. In fact, people are even thinking say Senka party no decided well in 2008 and nka bom ni ba ntemu a anka sa president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo lost no lose in 2008 in Kran Kabi and Kon lose. People are thinking say Senka unity need to be by 2024 very well anka even the party would not have performed this bad in 2024. And I'm saying say choose between Kasa Obeka we na ka delegates nyina bom as against the Obeka we na etwa bi magu baby dunia that team basa. Number 2 ese party no delegates aspirant be jina mwanimu a ese to me boss once and was referee wako eye ono so be die nim say flag bearer e kwa be no be fa so be ma party no any grassroots for no so hunkita hudie no ehia no obi say oba this welfare scheme ama party ni baby ya no obenya say wo me kai say national elections be an economy be so beto basis ama all the constituencies ni sa na manama nyam say nyina bes na twem me hu bas ni bu hu bas ni be
I me lo ko fa paparon ba
yeah so that's on a lighter note. But what I'm saying is that say ni pan to me assure one as obeka say we na wo wanya reshe mu bi say anye ma papa we be di animu a obedwene me ho. Then you have issues like the last election no make one of those important messages the delegate you must hear say about 10 appointments
will come from
amongst of you. It bridges the gap. You bet me your appointments we na constituency be na obienya appointment ho enye wapayo but deliberate plan be any ho into no ye fuma ye hu. But here na ka deliberate plan be that ho say 10 per constituency and can him say the first list them many me 10 times 2 I still now go school 270 is 2,760 so 2,760 and that many me your appointments are fine for crime must make sure say 2,760 we they are captured because that one is a deliberate plan. Monka bibi centre delegates assure them get a new plan being so for says any appointments kempa e kwa be na be fa so be draw them closer to government na government ni kotenan kan we na inform for no kwan mu abe kakra. This is a new opportunity. A new flag bearer is going to be elected. Assure the people say me pen so me ba bonka kese ana say kwa kese da sro any fem phone mu no A, B, and C ni kwa me fa so me breach sa gap no. Assure them of how your leadership is going to bridge the gap between the top and the grassroots and as at the constituency level ni FM for ni ade. So assurance is very very necessary. Now for the 13 SOK and say omanga na no e say unye manifesto unya kra me flag bearer there but a kwebe na with you as the leader no and ka be first develop this country going forward. Develop this country going forward because for MPP ni NDC there at least we be flag bearer o baako mu a o nine baako and I'm council to the Jubilee House. You are likely to be president and you must come prepared. Tell the delegates say some de akunya ma me say flag bearer na nya me bua na mu pushim na me bedi mampani a ekwan me so me fa so a me develop Ghana nie. And I like the two suggestions are aba so far from Baku from Kennedy Japan and Baku from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say obey any budget, national budget no. Obey no constituency based budget. Means what is what it means is that and I don't know why people Ghana na nso sao enso sa ye tunema nyina bom na fe aye honya e be wie na afia so a ye nye hwe enye sa na nka budget ne constituency based budget a say no dem can say this allocation goes here and for this purpose this allocation goes there and for that purpose want me anya hwe ama constituency correct me nya nema botene makobako me yensa bi na constituencies ni me say afia we budget no me die ewum eye wasa Ekropon government hospital aye babisi ana kwan a efiri nsayem number 2 ekọ ha ana say udem yensa pempo so me say Ghana so and they will not say solve all our problems for us at the time but there's a budget that is called this is a Memphis East budget and now we Fantiakwa South budget ye de wo mu a ya approve ya government agye atum ni say ye kwan A B and C ehun budget ni sika ne da process ne kona transparency mu da ho DC ni mu bi MC ni mu bi ye nye afini so a ye free bi budget monitoring and evaluation we ye constituency specific and obi timi monitor deliver who say na
yes yenti
ye tibo mo man ne bebre kasika ne bomu a na efe kwakoye ne na no de ne oben mampani no timi ese ne ni krum kra ne ye je de krum ye je de krum because it is in one pool enti wa ho oden a ye powerful MP and as a powerful minister no wait me atwe bebre de akona minister bi and as MP bi ne krum school dan ba kokra ne nsi wo. That for me is a fantastic idea. Another fantastic idea from Canada, Japan. Yes, our ministries now also be relocated them to the various my year me war research bia me yeah that recommendation is out there now. It be just a Canada Japan no betimi abesa because people are not paying attention to let me refer to that document. Me sisi anama refer to, but in the document no ni amehu ye ne say apart from inuma omode advertisement but to just say ye pankrofo ye fankrofo a omun chere bebia omodjuma no waje say go through the interview ni a say ya post what one wonu mo she da chere say adjuma ba na wo krowesu ni ade no I surveyed over 5,000 of those jobs 2019 2020 me survey over 5,000 of those jobs. So jobs no na emu 48% station wo Greater Accra. 48%. The next highest region was Ashanti region. Guess 5%.
5.
Yeah. In fact, me a pilot 2013, me a kakrebi about 350 jobs. And no na 8%. Ashanti region and 50.8% Greater Accra. Me expanding into 5,000. 5% na newo. Savannah, Oti. There were 4 regions that posted 0. Okay. And as part of my I'll share this. Meaning somebody may push them can teams now. It can shaping idea no the form. I shared it and recommended said there are some regions that do not have to beg for some ministries. Food basket organ ha bisawa Greater Accra. Other na Greek ministry at Greater Accra. Many in Greater Accra for American, so I mean I'm just saying it not because I want ministries to be taken away from you, but the ministry sitting in Greater Accra for me wasteful. It doesn't work like that. Movie food basket and then where we are in food basket. Na a Greek ministry name main Juma for Oma Juma North and I say a middle belt they call North. Once what in crying as I'm see what a year I say a Palugu Damwa. How long are you going to take from Accra to go to get there? How? Minister for Agri, are you comfortable sitting in Accra? I'm not talking about Ministry Kopoko, but like Ministry of Agri. Yeah. Are you comfortable sitting in Accra? Let fisheries sit in Accra. I don't have a problem. So fisheries and aquaculture kotinan kraya, mini problem. But Ministry of Agri must move from Accra immediately. President Mama, if you are listening, immediately. What are you doing? Tourism and culture. Tourism and culture. Media na kamede bema Cape Coast. Any that area. Na kamede bema omo. Nanka education, by the education, of course, Cape Coast is a citadel of education. I didn't know, but the idea on the table is that let us identify the ministries where move them away from Accra. You move you from away like that. The report best I do is here. That one they my specific on ministry biani baby ayenko. Nti say Canada Japan this idea ya to wha. Nasi Epegana year, it might be implemented even now. I'm sure say the President Mama and team would agree. This conversation has been on the table for quite some time. Now can leader obey bold that taking that decision. If you share this idea with the delegates, fantastic. Constituency level budget, fantastic. Na more ideas we mutimu na mo de na idea we nkwa betimi aka we nkwa in 30 minutes amanfo no be free wako a omonya rehemu aye yi sense we be fast a bomb na ya na nkrofo no. Let's have this thing. Nti maka niema miensa ne di kan say we share delegates aya men kasa mo anu nsi a unka hwe yemfa mamu ya ekoso ihu men kasa enye. President Mama has done well in a lot of aspects, but there are some other aspects and so I want more ben be kan okura chere no a so hwe ni if he wants to stay in government for long. Galam say any environmental issues flat at that form national security issues at that form say team. In fact, for the first time in our history as a republic, Ghana for our refugees in other countries, Ivory Coast, in Sida, yeni refugees, yeni ejomo, oko Budumburam, unam kwaso Sampa kwaso Ivory Coast for a flow over company that's what is here yengu company Budumburam the emphasis yengu company. There were camps at Bokune Nation where DJ Burkina for. Even there was some spillover from Benin to Guayaji. Those camps are still there. United Nations, then for refugees, their offices are still there. They still manage those things like that. So now you need camp to be any of our neighboring countries. That for me must be told. Next steps BSC taking. In fact, security no crowd there. So loose. Say a man for to me by a demonstration, press conference. Say see what. Now what you saying there? You be say. Obi anya ho ya na o just na na so na mpanyampa na si na jadem sampa na ehia dan na efa ha na ekwa. That is how loose in cry homo. Where are the national security? You don't pick intelligence. Na fe nipa numu asede tin cry. Nye hu hia nkwana men ka say hu hia but so wo nipa 50,000 as 5,000 na ko akwetia no so was our security men 50,000 na send 5,000 as 5,000 50,000 5,000 I say 5,000 na wo nipa 5,000 adum beko akwetia sade na it shouldn't be say I swear the whole police service national security ni na free baby akugo the same day 50,000 policemen were demonstrating one police station via police for 30 demonstrating was akwetia ho na mu kire say mu ye mema no that same day na security was let loose in Accra nipa numu as enwotwe ye kundumo wonka abonten. So we don't do our security like that. So we are intelligent o the 5,000 ko han now we say we ni eso baby akata. Now you be out there when you share one side nko yen konkrofo fi na 2 am de o yade oyadio ye mubupuno de ene na ye mfrew. Now at the same time within 4 years within 8 years one more boku se nipa e free mu are just around 5,000 or so 50 people or so. Now within the first 7 months or so now over 350. It should be a cause of concern. Me makao bebre so. Alright. Security and there are some things are more aspirants, and if you want to know, you will know. Touch on one or two of them. One, number two, assure them that with you as the leader, no. That part in any grassroots, right. And then the last one you don't forget is NDC and MPP do be back anymore now so share some ideas about how to develop Ghana. And I can isolate those ideas that have so far come from Ken and then Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Me follow more Makano. If I take notice of any such ideas, I will not hesitate to put it in public. Yeah.